and welcome to Interpreted Storytime at the library. My name is Nancy, and today our interpreter is
Nicole from Saskatchewan.
And we're so glad to have you here. Let's start by singing our welcome song. You know how it goes. We say, hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Can you sing it with me? Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Here we are on Treaty 6 territory and the traditional homeland of the Métis. All of our stories today are going to be about dogs. Isn't that fun? Now we're going to do a story about a little puppy called George. Isn't George cute? This story is called Bark George. And it's by Jules Feiffer, who does some of the most interesting pictures. George's mother said, "Bark, George," and George went, meow. That doesn't sound right. Does that sound right to you? No, George, said George's mother. Cats go meow. Dogs go arf. Now bark, George. And George went quack, quack. No, George, said George's mother. Ducks go quack, quack. Dogs go arf. Now bark, George. And George went like. No, George, said George's mother. Pigs go oink. Dogs go arf. Now bark, George. And George went moo. George's mother took George to the vet. I'll soon get to the bottom of this, said the vet. Please bark, George. George went meow. The vet reached deep down inside of George and pulled out a cat. Bark again, George. George went quack, quack. The vet reached deep down inside of George and pulled out a duck. Bark again, George. George went oink. The vet reached deep down inside of George and pulled out a pig. Bark again, George. George went moo. The vet put on his very longest latex glove all the way to the shoulder. Then he reached deep down inside of George and pulled out a cow. How did that work? Bark again, George. George went arf. George's mother was so thrilled that she kissed the vet and the cat and the duck and the pig and the cow. On the way home, she wanted to show George off to everyone. So on the street, so she said, bark, George. And George went, hello. So we're going to do a little finger play. Are you ready to do it with me? It's all got actions. It goes like this. Here is Puppy's doghouse. Here is Puppy's bed. Here is Puppy's bowl of food so he can be fed. Puppy has a collar with his name upon it too. Take a stick and throw it, and he'll bring it back to you. Now, do you think you can remember that? Let's do it again. Here is Puppy's doghouse. Here is Puppy's bed. Here is Puppy's bowl of food so he can be fed. Puppy has a collar with his name upon it too. Take a stick and throw it, and he'll bring it back to you. Now, here's another story about a dog. It's called Dog's Colorful Day. And it's a messy story about colors and counting. It is by Emma Dodd. Dog's Colorful Day. This is Dog. He's kind of an ordinary looking dog, isn't he? As you can see, Dog is white with one black spot on his left ear. At breakfast time, Dog sits under the table as usual. Splat! A drip of red jam lands on his back. Now Dog has 2 spots. After breakfast, Dog runs outside. He slips past the man painting the front door. Splish! His tail dips in the blue paint. Now Dog has 3 spots. Dog runs to the park and rolls on the grass. Squash! The grass makes a green stain on his white coat. Now Dog has 4 spots. Dog follows a little boy eating chocolate. Squish! The boy gives Dog a chocolatey pat, but no chocolate. Now Dog has 5 spots. A bee buzzes up to see what's going on. Swish! The bee drops yellow pollen as it flies by. Now Dog has 6 spots. Dog trots on through the park. Sploosh! A drop of pink ice cream lands on his right ear. Now Dog has 7 spots. Time to go home. Dog runs back up the street. Splash! A bouncing ball splatters Dog with gray mud. Now Dog has 8 spots. In front of the gate, Dog steps on a carton of orange juice. Squirt! A patch of orange appears on his leg. Now Dog has 9 spots. Dog races back inside the house and knocks right into Vicky. Silly dog. Vicky's purple marker leaves a smudge on Dog's head. Now Dog has 10 spots. Vicky looks down at Dog. She counts all his colorful spots. Can we count 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Vicky looks more closely. Dog has a red spot of jam, a blue blob of paint, a green stain of grass, a brown smear of chocolate, a yellow patch of pollen, a pink drop of ice cream, a gray spatter of mud, an orange splash of juice, a purple smudge of ink, and of course, a black spot on his left ear. You need a bath, Dog. When Dog climbs into bed, he is just one black spot on his left ear. Good night, dog. What a colorful day you've had. Now I had another story I wanted to tell you, but this is a story about a little dog, and I was supposed to have a picture of him somewhere, but I don't know where it is. So I'm just going to tell you the story and draw it for you, and I think you'll be able to figure it out. The story is called Angus and the Cat, and this is how it goes. Angus lived with the lady and the man in the house. Angus had his very own bed, and he had his little drinking bowl and his dish to eat out of. But what he mostly liked to do, he didn't like to sleep in his very own bed very often. When no one was home, he loved to sleep on the sofa. But he wasn't supposed to. Well, one day when the lady and the man came home, they filled up his dish for him. He was so excited, but then he wanted to go outside, so he barked, and they went around and let him out into the backyard through the door. But you know what? When he looked out, there on the fence, right back over here, there was a cat. So of course he ran and he barked at that cat, and he barked and he barked, and he jumped up against the gate because the cat was sitting right on the gate. But you know what? When he jumped against it, it wasn't properly closed, and it opened, and the cat ran away. So of course he had to follow. He ran and he ran, and the cat jumped on the fences and ran in front of him, and he barked and he barked, and he ran up one street and down one street, and then up another street and down another street, and then the cat jumped into a front yard, and he couldn't find her anywhere. And he couldn't find his way home either. So he started walking very slowly and quietly up one street and down another, and then up one street and down another, and then he heard a very nice thing. He heard the lady calling. So he ran around the corner and then up the steps and right into his house, and there was his bowl. Oh, I thought I was supposed to have a picture of Angus somewhere, and there he is right there. Angus and the cat. Now this is one of my favorite stories. It's called I Got Two Dogs. It's by John Lithgow, and it's illustrated by Robert Newbecker, and it is made to be sung. So we are going to sing it. If you take the book out of the library, it has a CD with it sometimes, and if you don't, you can always look the song up on YouTube as well, and it's available there. But in any case, you can sing it with me. I got two dogs. I got two dogs, Fanny and Blue. I bet you kinda wish you had two dogs too. Fanny's all white, Blue's kinda gray. They never ever fight and they never run away. They're not too smart, but they're loyal and true. Oh, there's nothing I'd trade for my Fanny and Blue. I got two dogs, Fanny and Blue. Always go together like a sock and shoe. Fanny's a girl, Blue is a boy. Chasing after squirrels is what they most enjoy. But they love when people pet them and they don't care who. Oh, there's nothing I'd trade for my Fanny and Blue. I got two dogs, Fanny and Blue. I walk them in the evening and the morning dew. Fanny's real small, Blue's mid-sized. They're not the kind of dogs that would ever win a prize, but they're happy and they're huggy and they stick like glue. Oh, there's nothing I'd trade for my Fanny and Blue. I got 2 dogs, Fanny and Blue. The little one taught 12 and the big one's 2. Fanny's kinda slow, Blue's real quick. Neither of them ever learned a single trick, but they're always there to greet you when your day is through. Oh, there's nothing I'd trade for my Fanny and Blue. I got 2 dogs, Fanny and Blue. I don't know what I'd ever do without those 2. Fanny goes, yip! Blue goes, ruff! Together they go, yip, yip, ruff, yip, ruff. Hey, that one was fun. You guys want to sing it with me? Let's sing it together. Fanny goes, yip. Blue goes, ruff. Together they go, yip, yip, ruff, yip, ruff. That was fun. Best darn dogs that I ever knew. Oh, there's nothing I'd trade. No, there's nothing I'd trade. Oh, there's nothing I'd trade for my Fanny and Blue. And that was our dog story time. Wasn't that fun? Would you like to sing our goodbye song with us? Do you know how it goes, right? Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Let's sing that together. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. And goodbye to all of you.